Talk to me about the Freedom Ride in the Mother City.
Well, it's a ride, as you say. It's 27 kilometres, and it's to celebrate the years in jail of Nelson Mandela. So, as you say, we will be riding 1 kilometre for every year that was spent in jail. And it's essentially about getting communities from all across the Mother City to join together to ride this distance, to go through areas which have previously been divided for a number of reasons, to connect those communities, to show that it's quite easy to ride a 27-kilometre distance. It's quite easy to use the power and the medium of the bicycle to connect communities. And it's really about enjoying the day, celebrating Madiba, honouring his life that he spent in jail and the sacrifices that he made for all of us. And to do that through the medium of the bicycle, and to connect these communities, to celebrate the diversity, but yet what can be connected in terms of the lives and the communities of Cape Town, and to enjoy the day through cycling.
I was quite privileged enough to be broadcasting from the Freedom Ride in Johannesburg, and as somebody who doesn't own a bike, I just have to say that outright, but there seems to be a sense of community among cyclists. Even people that don't know each other, they seem to be quite happy with each other. Is that an overall sense of the cycling community?
Yes, absolutely. I think that the bicycle certainly has a power to connect, and it brings such a sense of enjoyment. I was part of the Johannesburg ride as well, and it was amazing how you see that people from all different race groups, from all backgrounds and cultures and so on, can actually enjoy cycling together and being together. And I think that's one of the powers of what the bicycle can do. It can break down those barriers far more than what you can get with, if everyone just keeps traveling in their own cars. You don't get that sense of enjoyment and the spirit of being together and exercising and enjoying that sort of outdoor activity. The bicycle can really do that. And you're quite right, that was seen in the Joburg ride, which was a little bit longer. It wasn't 27 kilometres, but all the same, it connected those communities. And I think one thing that the Joburg ride showed us as well was riding from Braamfontein, from the Nelson Mandela Bridge into Soweto and back, really showed the diversity of Joburg. And for many people who were cycling in the event, it was the first time that they'd been into Soweto. It was the first time they'd traversed a lot of those routes. And we're going to try and bring the same of that to Cape Town tomorrow with our Freedom Ride, which it's the first of a multiple of Freedom Rides which we're going to have actually in Cape Town and Johannesburg and other cities, which it's going to connect those communities. It's going to bring those communities together and get them to show that these differences and these challenges that exist between places like Rondebosch and Athlone and Langa and other areas can be bridged, and there's always a way through, and you can have a lot of fun doing that and traversing those routes.
Andrew, there was a little bit of confusion around whether the event was on, whether it's off. Can you clear that for us? I heard you say it's tomorrow, so it's on. We expect people in their numbers to be there, family members, grandparents. If you can climb on a bike, you can be there.
Yeah, the confusion has been around, the original date was the 25th of May, which we couldn't have for a number of reasons. We couldn't get permission for the day, for the Cape Town ride. So we moved it to the 16th of June, which has also presented some difficulties. But what we've decided for tomorrow, for the 16th of June Youth Day, is that we go ahead with the ride, that it does actually happen. But it's going to be a much smaller group that rides it. And it's kind of going to be a test ride for our big one, which we've now set for the 9th of August. We've chosen these dates like the Johannesburg one was on the 9th of February, which celebrated the Mandela's release from jail of the 11th of February.
Yeah.
The Cape Town one for tomorrow, the 16th of June, is going to be celebrating Youth Day, but it's going to have a much smaller focus. And it's going to be much smaller numbers of riders that are riding. The big one, which is the official one, which the provincial government and the city are going to be very, very well represented at, will be on the 9th of August, which is International Women's Day. And that's going to be, we're going to have the added theme, if you want, of it's going to be the Mandela Day ride, so it's going to be celebrating Mandela with the 27 kilometres, but it's also going to be looking at at International Women's Day and the focus that the bicycle has had on the emancipation of women. So we'll be very much focusing on and theming the fact that we're wanting a lot of women to come along and do the ride on the 9th of August, and to celebrate the power of the bicycle to bring freedom and emancipation to all genders.
Andrew, we've got to end this conversation, but I'm going to give you 5 seconds very quickly to give us a website where people can find out more.
Sure. The website to look at is www.benbikes.org.za, or Freedom Ride Cape Town is another website, or Freedom Ride Josie. So you can also find out about the next Johannesburg one.
We're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining me. From our Cape Town studio is Andrew Wheeldon from Benbikes, and that Freedom Ride said a little bit smaller tomorrow, but the big one is in August. You can find out more at Benbikes or Freedom Ride or Freedom Ride Josie. All of those details are there.